You are listening to another Third Coast Nerds podcast. Go shoddy, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. We gonna hit the theme music cause it's your birthday.
Nice. Okay. Longest intro so far, but very appropriate.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, sir. That was long.
Yeah, level up.
Long.
It was only maybe 14 seconds.
You should go edit the little like doo 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 from Mario.
The level up.
I want an EverQuest ding.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've already got the music for next week already done. So.
Right. Done.
Well,
Read this computer before something bad happens.
yeah. I look down at my light like, yep, that's muted. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's kind of like when you leave the house, you're like, well, I do. It's okay. Cell phone, wallet, keys, cigarettes, lighter, sunglasses, mute button.
You have a lot of gear.
Yeah, I do. I carry a lot of things with me.
See, mine's just phone, wallet. And if I'm not driving, I don't even take my keys because there's a code on the door. So it's like wallet, keys, phone, sunglasses. That's if I'm going to work.
3 thumps. Phone, wallet, keys.
Well, I put things in the same pocket so I can check with one.
How do you see in the sun?
There's in my truck. I drive everywhere.
Oh, I work downtown, so I walk. So,
I like to look cool.
Aren't you green?
So taking places.
unfortunately, yes. Yeah.
This is dark already. Welcome to the podcast, another Third Coast Nerds podcast. My name is Chad.
This is Neil.
I told you we shouldn't do this anymore. They know who we are.
I was trying to bring Neil back aroround to get him on track.
Why are you trying to get me on track?
Well, I feel like it was like you needed a jump start. Maybe it's like, all right, it's showtime.
Well, then this is Kyle. Let's get on track.
It's friggin' Neil.
I expect more enthusiasm, Kyle.
No. Sorry. I haven't had a beer yet.
You're not going to
today.
pander to the crowds.
Yeah, all of them.
Right? It's a big crowd.
It's
All of them. We got 12.
Yeah.
We got 12 last week.
Nice.
Yes.
Count it again. I bet you there's 13.
Could be.
Could be. Yeah.
I'm letting you know there is.
Never mind. Did you finally start downloading it?
And we just lost 3 of them.
Right.
Awesome. So what's up?
Not a lot. It's been a rough week. Lots of work. Been playing a lot of games.
Yeah.
I'm not at work. That's been kind of fun.
I feel a lot better, and I don't feel like I'm getting bamboozled now because I've actually read the instructions for Boss Monster.
It's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward. Not a lot from what you guys were telling me.
Well, when y'all were playing on super easy, no rules mode. And the real rules...
It's more like we were playing under, hey, let's just let these guys make up whatever they think the rules are.
Yeah, it's called quick play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 different rule sets for pretty much every game. There's quick play and like this is how you really fucking play it.
It seemed like y'all's rules were the really long way to play it.
Yeah, but those weren't my rules. I'm the one that came in and cleaned up.
I think those are Ed's rules.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself. It was definitely
Ed. Yeah. DD Sir Ed
yeah.
is not the greatest at the Boss Monster hosting, or he just wanted to win.
Yeah, because like,
He didn't.
Yeah.
You
I like his
can't-
other game, the Epic Spell Wars. That one's really fun.
I haven't played that one yet.
You should. You'll like it.
I've been playing a lot of Rocket League on the PS4.
Rocket League.
Because you're in a car and you have this jumpy mechanism.
Was
and
that the
a
thing that
boost.
looked like Mario Kart on your TV? When I
Yeah,
got
except
here?
you're hitting it. You're
It's
saying a soccer ball.
except for cars.
Yeah. I haven't, because no one here plays board games, and I'm not going to your house in the middle of the week. So it's been Rocket League.
Yeah, well.
Because now I got to go to a soccer game, though.
I'm not playing games usually during the week, but my Fridays and Saturdays have been pretty game filled lately.
Yeah, mine, well, maybe Saturday, but not Friday.
So, yeah, Boss Monster, what'd you think?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but did you play the black box or the silver box?
It was whatever the first one is.
Okay, so yeah, I've been playing number 2. It just came out when you got it when we were in San Antonio on vacation.
Is it any different?
It has number 2 after it.
Yeah, it basically gives you more ways to mess with people.
Same Mario Brothers you used to, except for now we got turnips.
It's exact same rules, but I like the cards a little better. Like the dungeons are a little more thought out. The room cards are a little more thought out. A few more of the boss abilities. But the cool thing about it is you can just add 1 and 2 together and make it a big game.
Yeah.
So I have number 2 with the expansion for number 1 in it, which works. So we're playing the new one with items. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
The thing I like about it is you can take one and the expansion, and then you can take two and put them all together and play it. Like, the game just essentially is getting bigger. It's download content. Yeah.
You weren't even reading anything.
No, remember? He took his headphones off while I said that.
Oh, yeah.
When the car drove by. Then he put his headphones on and then said exactly what I just got
Is
done
that what
saying.
you just said?
That is exactly what just happened.
Oh, wow. So I zoned out because there was a noise, and I was like, like,
if I had my keys here, I would dangle them in front of you and say, look,
I was about to
shiny.
say, like,
it's been a long day.
I was about to say, like, damn, Kyle's troll game is vicious right now. Jeez.
But yeah, Mark's got a pretty cool box. You know, like we have our like high quality Magic card boxes for our good decks.
I saw pictures.
Well, no, this is for actually Boss Monster. I hadn't taken pictures of that.
Oh,
but it's just, it holds, number one, he's got plastic sleeves, clear Magic sleeves, so that everything's protected and everything fits in this one-sized box. So I'll get the link.
Bit anal.
Well, no, it's just,
I know.
you know,
It's a good
those
idea.
cards sit on coffee tables.
I need to do
There's
that.
A lot of water.
Yeah, if
Or
you've
beer.
seen, yeah, I couldn't wash my hands enough after playing Cards Against Humanity at Hop Scholar. Those are well worn cards.
That's very true. And you don't know where those have been.
Oh, I've seen where they've been, and that's why I wash my hands as well. Because I'm
You know, you could just wear gloves. It's like having all the card sleeves just for you.
that would be weird though. You're sitting in a bar and you're just like, give me a second. You just, you know, you do the little snap thing like the doctors do before they try to bend over.
Exactly.
And everyone's just like, no, this game's already bad enough.
No, like intimidate them. Just stare them down and put gloves on. Like, yeah, I'm coming for you.
Show me how.
Oh, it's your birthday. I don't want to do that to you. You're supposed to have a good dreams tonight.
Do you typically put gloves on like you're coming for people? Like,
If I want to intimidate them in that way, gloves are a great way to accomplish the task.
you just
He gets
And you know
driving
what?
gloves.
how's that work in the office? You just like pop on gloves and
No, not anymore.
I mean, if it's summer, they think you're kind of retarded, right?
Yeah, my hands sweat too much in the summer, so gloves don't work out too well. So
this is feeling HR SARS.
Nothing's happening.
Hi. Featured guest for this episode. I'm throwing
You
bottles.
knocking bottles around. But yeah, I played a number of games over the weekend. Saturday, I had some friends over, and we started a Shadows
Fight
of
Club.
Brimstone campaign.
Saturday, start Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Fight Club. But yeah, Shadows of Brimstone. It is a dungeon crawl style game. It's very, very D&D based, so very turn based. But you level your characters like you do in D&D, and that's kind of, it's D&D light kind of, but it's set in a Western theme. So like you have gunslingers and like dudes with sniper rifles, and like Roger's playing a saloon girl, so he's always dancing for money. But you can like make it what you want, and like there's some really he painted up a bunch of stuff. You know, Ishmael and Shanalador was a priest, so
That didn't have enough syllables in it.
right.
How's it go, Chad?
We've established this.
No, we haven't.
It's like how my grandpop says sketty.
Sketty. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Can we get that on record?
yeah, but that's how he says it. He's like,
Use your usual thing. Record that. We need that.
Oh, it's being recorded.
oh yeah.
No,
Well, no,
everyone will
actually
hear.
get him
Oh,
saying
you want
it.
to?
Oh, yeah.
You want a soundbite?
or fajitas. To him, fajitas are tajitas because there is
Tajitas?
no F.
It'd be great if it was Tajitas.
Yeah.
Those are a real thing. They were at Denny's once.
Oh no, they were not.
No, in their menu. We were like,
So they
Vaginas?
misspelled it.
I don't know. No, like me and Jeremiah, we're at IHOP. It's dark.
Of course.
You can imagine what happened before that. And
were Neil's gloves involved?
no gloves were involved.
You're not allowed to talk about the
And
gloves,
they have some
much like
special
Fight
thing on
Club.
the menu. It's like a weird pastry fruit thing that's way too close.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, no one ordered it,
Yeah.
but we asked about it a lot.
But there's a class, I guess, in this called Preacher.
Okay.
So all the little models are like D&D scale models. There's mobs and heroes that are going through the dungeon. So Mark knows about Ishmael Shanalador. He's heard people try to pronounce Ishmael Shanalador. And
holla at your boy.
But so he took it and painted it. And in the spell book, he knew that mine had an epic morning star. And I told him when I do a D&D miniature, I want to do a bearded dwarf with a shield that has a foaming mug on it from King Brunner from the Drist novels. And then in the other hand, I want to have a morning star that matches my epic weapon that I had in EverQuest. And that would be probably the character I'd roll with. So he actually wrote in the pages of the spell book a picture of a morning star, like that's the spell that I'm casting. I'm like summoning my morning star to attack. So anyone who plays the preacher, use the spell. It's awesome. But yeah, we played a game Friday night. We played a game Saturday, and then they played a third game after. All of them took between 5 and 6 hours.
So they're not getting shorter as y'all learning more about the game.
They are, but like you have to go into town to like go to the store. You would go in any MMO you play.
There's no Amazon?
No, there's no Amazon. But like when you get there, there's like event counters that go on, and like when you want to like say you got knocked out, when I revive you, like you have to do a roll, obviously a health check. And like Roger or Peter ended up with like a head wound. What do they call them in the footballs? Concussion. Like he got a concussion.
Hold on. In real life or his character?
His character.
Okay.
But then Corey died in the second game, the one I didn't play. And when he rolled, his roll was worse. So he has a broken arm. So now he actually has to go to the doctor in town to get his arm fixed before he goes on the next one, or he can't hold his weapon. Well, he goes to the doctor, and you got to roll a D6 or a D12, and like, if they can make your arm better. So like everyone's doing this, and you have to do everything turn-based. So I mean, there's a lot of actual movements or actions going on. So, but the whole dungeon crawl is actually going pretty quick now. I think by this weekend, we'll probably have 6 or 7 people that know it pretty well. Garcia played. The other character he had was a little bandito.
I saw that one.
And
I saw pictures.
He painted it to be an Irish Mexican named Garcia. So we have our group in Mark's game. He has my character and Garcia. So
beautiful, like
Seamus Garcia. Like
here, I'll find the picture for you.
Shillelagh in a sombrero. Let's get the job done.
It was posted in our group me.
Oh, I muted that.
That's where I saw it, not Facebook.
He was posting some pictures, like he's using one of the tool cases, like the tackle boxes, to put everything in. And he's done some pictures of that kind of stuff. So it's pretty involved. And like my character's from the expansion, like the swamp. So he pulled all my cards and my miniature out of the expansion, and we're running it with the main game right now. But I mean, we're learning something new every time, and it's fun. Playing Magic actually has helped me out a lot, because I think of everything so turn-based, where I'm like, no. If this happens first, you can do this in this order. And they're like, really, Neil?
Dude. So, yeah, I went to go, I was at Kenneth's house last weekend, and we were playing Boss Monster. He bought the game. And we went down the rabbit hole on the phases and wanted to see if certain things stacked, because we had a series of spells that we're supposed to resolve. We're like, wait a second. There should be, like, the order of play, like, we were like first in, last out, like, trying to stack up all this stuff. And then we read something in the rules. So clarify this for me. So with everything in town, so with your guys in town during that phase where
the build phase,
the build phase, after you play your room and you're bringing your
heroes,
the heroes, they're coming into the thing, whatever. It says that in the rule book, it says that nothing can stop this process of luring heroes to your dungeon.
Okay.
But there are spells that almost certainly affect that phase.
Oh, definitely.
So
it depends on when they're played. The spells that have a hammer to the left are for build phase, so that has to be done before the aggro is pulled. The other one is attack combat phase, basically, and those are the only 2 real phases they have. So it's real open for interpretation on when you can do certain things.
Okay. So like rooms are flipped and they're built. And then the whole aggro.
Then section.
I mean,
that's why I think when your room flips is where most people call that the changing of build to combat.
Okay.
So usually you got to do it before then, but then you got to take into consideration that there has to be a way to do instance there, because when you turn that room over, you have to do what the room says.
Yeah.
So, there is that kind of middle step there. So a lot of the stuff that we do happens in that phase, we just kind of make a little mini phase right there.
Yeah, we paused the game for a bit and
Tried
poured
to
over the
cover
directions.
it.
We're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning the cards in 2. I've played 1, 10 times or so. 2, I'm probably on like 5 or 6. So I'm still learning the cards.
We only went through, so I've only gone through the game from start to finish 3 times.
Okay.
So not having an idea of all the cards, like
Yeah.
the whole game is a surprise.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to plan strategy when you see a room and you're like, oh, that would have helped knowing that was coming.
And the way you have to build it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I had a really cool encounter with my first game. I ended up, actually, no, we played just Sunday during the day. We were just sitting around the coffee table and decided to bust it out. And I put a card down that says when you uncover or when you play or build or uncover this room, you draw a spell card from the discard pile. Mm-hmm. So my first spell card I play was draw 3 room cards, give 1 to your neighbor. So I got to draw 3 room cards and get my card advantage.
Did you hear a baby too?
Yes. Yes.
I do not want to know what someone's watching.
I bet you it's the new dog squeaky toy I bought.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
Don't give it to the dogs. They try to kill each other.
All right.
Anyway, so first card down. When I build it, I get to go through the discard. So I play, knowing I'm going to play that one in the build phase, I play that card that lets me draw 3 extra rooms.
Yeah.
Give 1 away. And then Roger played the exact same spell card that next turn. So there's 2 of them sitting there. So turn 2, I build a room on top of that room that basically says you may draw 2 spell cards from the discard pile. So I pull both of those spell cards, played 1 of them, drew 3 more rooms, gave 1 away. Then that turn, no, it was you have to destroy this room to draw the 2 spell cards.
Yeah.
But by destroying that room, it uncovered the one underneath it. So the spell card I just played, I got back. I ended up drawing like 12 or 15 rooms in the first 2 turns, and I still lost horribly. Like, card advantage did not help me at all.
wow.
So when an advanced room gets destroyed and the room underneath it's uncovered, it's like it's getting built for the first time?
It's that. Well, it depends on what it says. Like, that room activates.
Yeah.
So if there is something that says when this room comes into play, this happens, that triggers that again. Or if it does have an ability that says if there's a monster room to the right of this card, it gets +2, that will come into effect.
I'm going to let Kenneth know he should listen to this podcast before he plays the game in New Hampshire.
He can hit me up. I've been playing a lot lately. So
It's like, dude, we talk about strategy mad in this podcast, man.
Ow, I had it. It's gone. Boo. It's been a long day. I was woke up early with phone calls, so it was a long day.
I like when Kyle adds to the conversation. We slow way down.
I had something. I don't remember what it was. It's pissed me off now. It was important to what y'all were saying.
And then he says words just because he wants to have the same number of words that we have.
Nope, don't care. I'm going to be worried. I'm going to be like, what
You're not going to
happened?
say anything until you figure this out.
No.
We kicked off the show with 50 Cent.
We did, and that was very entertaining.
I don't think format really matters anymore.
Did you play anything else or just Boss Monster?
Just Boss Monster.
I played some Revolution, which I like.
We're not I'm not as deep into games. Like I don't.
Well, I can tell you muted our tabletop room and group me.
Yes, so did I. That thing was blowing up.
Yeah, we're active.
Yeah, I'm in a meeting, and bing, 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 bing. I'm like, shit, forgot.
Yeah.
I mute my entire phone from 8 to 5, so doing that allows me to keep everything else open after hours, because if you and Trevor go on some motorcycle or car racing thing, or you and Garcia get into something, y'all are usually going to go for about an hour. So I just snooze it for an hour.
See, I had to keep my phones active because I get work calls on them throughout the day, but when I go into a meeting, I'll forget sometimes.
Yeah, like when you guys were at Space City Con, I had to mute that.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. Like I have nothing. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I have no idea where Garcia is.
Right.
I can't do anything to help you right now.
That's when you just troll people. Like food cart number 3.
So speaking of that, did y'all see the new Back to the Future trailer?
No.
Did you see the trailer for the re-release? The third?
So I just sent y'all a link, and you should put it out on Facebook or the Twitter so people can see what I'm talking about. The Twitter. But that's the
I like how you read the title of the article word for word. The title of the article is "Anyone see the new Back to the Future trailer?" Question mark.
Yep. It's also.
Oh, that's weak sauce.
That is awesome.
So, for listeners,
Oh, and what's great about it is it comes from the website don'thatethegeek.com.
Yeah.
So we're about to hate on him when he sends us a link from don'thatethegeek.com. They should pay us. That's twice now. And now they want me to like them.
Well, only if they like us.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Well, no.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I figured it would
you
get
trolled
you.
us. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The sad part was when I read that earlier, I didn't even put that together. Because I was just flipping through and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's a cool trailer. I like that.
I saw a link today, and I was immediately disappointed. There's a Back to the Future Monopoly game coming out.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed that it wasn't like the 5-tier chess set from Star Trek, where you had like all the different timelines.
That would be pretty cool.
No, I don't have the time for that.
Where like if you suddenly hit the time jump, you could go back to like the 1950s board, buy a property, and all of a sudden it takes over the property in the future.
You just go buy Boardwalk in the 20s.
I want to develop this now. I want to develop this game now.
My brain would go crazy trying to play that, like time travel. Like,
Wouldn't it be awesome?
so then you could have multiple different forms of time travel, like the TARDIS, but then a Stargate with a solar flare. Oh,
He
you get
just-
to time that shit just right. That's good work.
Did we just cross over?
Kyle's trying to make a transition.
Oh, if we're crossing
But
over with
I don't
Doctor
think he
Who
has
and-
any content to drive after he makes his transition.
No, I'm thinking of the game now. We're going to discuss this.
If we're going to cross over Star Wars, if we're going to cross over Back to the Future Monopoly and make it 3-layered with all different timelines, and you're going to bring in the Doctor Who TARDIS, I'm bringing in the Bill and Ted phone book.
Oh yeah, and I'm bringing in the Doctor Who.
Everything
He
that time
said
travels.
TARDIS.
Yeah, anything.
Everything that time travels.
Yeah, I like it.
Have fun with that. It's probably better than my game idea.
I'm gonna have an
Which
old
one?
school. I'm gonna have an old school elementary school globe with a Superman orbiting around it, and you just spin it.
But that can only go back one day.
It's far enough.
No, not if you're going to go to like the 20s and buy Boardwalk.
Yeah.
It goes back one full board rotation on all 3 boards. Superman orbiting the Earth.
You really think this is going to end with only 3 boards?
Ooh, you bring in sliders with it too.
Yeah. Well, because
And we just have a billion D boards.
Oh, well, no. Between Stargate, they have worlds everywhere because Stargates go right. We add a chevron every time we need a new board.
You hit a time jump and have to drive to someone else's house.
You just got to wait for a solar flare, though.
No, that's for time travel.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if you can go to different boards just by using a Stargate. Like, I'm going to go over there and buy this because this shit's too expensive.
So, are we going to add any 12 Monkeys or Quantum Leap to this?
Quantum
the
Leap.
chance deck will at least be 500 cards, and somewhere in the chance deck is going to be the McConaughey Interstellar card, where you just go in between all the boards and start messing with everyone once a turn.
Right? Anything that's on an outside edge of the board can be knocked over.
Yeah.
Or anything on the inside can be moved just slightly.
Oh.
That way it's like, oh, that was yours. Now it's mine.
This game is never going to work. Never.
Like the rule book's going to be this thick.
You should see
It
the
should
rule
just be a
books
flash drive with a
the game.
PDF.
And if you draw the McConaughey card, every time your turn comes around, you have to roll a 6-sided die. If it lands odd numbers, you have to scream, "Don't go." Oh, hey, look at you! You unplugged your mic.
Well done.
No, it's plugged in.
No?
Power button.
Yeah.
There we go.
Power button, because-
Look at that.
We are professionals.
Yeah.
T minus 10 seconds to podcast. I look at mine. Oh, yeah, my mic's not even on.
It's episode 15, and we're
Actually,
good times.
18? Oh, I guess that's counting Tabcast.
Realistically, this is number 15, even though we've done it we did it before we started numbering
So our
stuff.
show is still a minor.
Yeah.
That's why we're not getting any viewers.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, as soon as we hit episode 18, we're going to have a bunch of creepsters coming out.
Yeah.
So, did y'all see the the Hitman trailer. It's supposed to release this month, actually.
No.
I think I saw it. I think they actually showed it at the theater.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it activated on my computer screen, and that's why y'all were talking about I don't know what, but it looked awesome. I just need sounds now.
No, I saw it on the TVs or before a movie not too long ago, and I had to ask someone. I was like, "Hey, is this from Hitman the game?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's gonna suck."
You know, like that franchise everyone forgot about from a decade ago.
Oh, I just
You never forget.
it's a difficult character to do.
I'm calling it right now. 2016, we're probably going to see another Mad Max, or not a Mad Max, but a Max Payne.
Max Payne, you think?
Could be.
You think 2016?
Sometime between 2016 and well, no, it would have been greenlit by now. Let's call it for 2018.
2018.
2018.
You should write it down.
We'll see.
We'll see if you're Nostradamus or not.
You want to put
Or we can play time travel back to the future, and I can send a note back to myself.
How about you want to put a wager on it?
No,
Ooh.
I don't do wagers.
Like just a steak.
A steak?
Yeah. I get you a steak if it happens. You get me a steak if it doesn't.
Like a stake in the heart. Like
Yeah,
he's a
I give you like a
vampire?
no, like a nice.
I'll give you like a wooden
like an
poke
Omaha
stick.
steak. You're gonna get him a frozen steak from a truck.
Yeah, an Omaha steak that works.
Better be wrapped in bacon with mushrooms on top.
That's part of the steak.
That's how it comes from the cow.
They eat mushrooms.
That's why they be tripping. Oh yeah.
I want to see a cow tripping balls like hardcore now. Elsie, your spots are running again.
They all just like form a circle looking at the side of the one next to them.
You just see Bluebell's coming back. You just see a series of cow heads and just repeating the mantra.
Oh.
We eat all we can and we sell the rest. We eat all we can and we sell the rest.
Yeah, I read somewhere that they're going to be opening up.
Yeah, there's I think Alabama. There's a. I don't know. It didn't get enough of the itis.
Oh no, there was. I thought I saw something today that the one in Burnham's reopening.
Yeah. Supposedly, HEBs will have it soon.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I'm just
people can have their Bluebell on, and it's the right time. It's
going
hot,
to be on sale.
Yeah, dude. All I know is everyone else's cookies and cream game is weak.
right?
Man,
The question is who's going to go out and like buy them day one? Like, oh, I trust them.
Oh, a lot of people are probably gonna put it on the internet.
dude. If they they
just them eating ice cream.
they had those problems for like a long time apparently, and I wasn't dying from it.
Right?
Oh, they had them for a long time. I thought they like found it and they're like, oh, let's stop that before it goes out.
Apparently, like their sanitary conditions weren't the greatest for a while, but I'm feeling pretty healthy right now.
That calcium you got from that ice cream.
When I eat a tub of ice
Oh,
cream,
God,
what I
man.
think afterwards is I'm healthy.
Right?
Friggin' my grandpappy was eating like a tub of that a day.
Really?
Cookies and cream. Yeah, he got obsessed with it.
I like
Diet
cookies and
work?
cream is always a good like. If
Never
it's
go
there,
wrong.
It's good.
Can never go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're in the mood for a chocolate chip cookie dough, but cookies and cream's always a winner.
I'm not a fan of cookie dough.
For me, I either go cookies and cream, or that one that has all the dark chocolate and nuts and marshmallows in it. Rocky Road.
Oh yeah, Rocky Road. Yeah, that's a classic.
Nothing between them. Just cookies and cream or chocolate, like rich.
Millennium Crunch is
There's a-
kind of like Rocky Road at the
Millennium,
next
yeah.
like the next level.
Every now and then
Well,
I get
yeah.
just the need for butter pecan, and I blame Oi.
I hate pecans.
My grandmother she always had that one.
And
You wanted
cookies
ice
and
cream.
Dude, it's
And
the
she had cookies and
South.
cream. 'Cause pop.
Not always though. Not always. Sometimes that was already gone because you'd eaten it. So
I know. I
had to eat
got
butter
it first.
pecan.
How could you hate pecans, man? It's the South.
I hate them. The only thing I like are those like 2 for $1 pecan twirl things you can get at HEB that you can like throw in the microwave, a little bit of butter on them, and they are delicious. But that's why I'm fat, because they're like you can get 12 of those for $2.
You put
And
butter on them?
Yeah,
They don't need that.
It's good. Boy taught me that.
They don't need it.
Mine are better than yours.
You heat them up a little bit and you eat them.
I also don't like cinnamon,
Cinnamon. in
so I'm
I don't understand you.
I don't either.
it? See, he just hates. I actually got nothing.
Yeah, we did that again. We,
But did you remember the first thing you forgot?
No, this is a
then
bad
why
day.
are you talking?
I don't know. Brain's not working. I'm getting old. Getting old.
Do you remember Total War, like medieval Total War we used to play when we were kids?
That felt like it had an extra syllable in there. Medieval.
Medieval.
My navel's here. My nipple's here.
Medieval.
That sounds familiar. Is that the one like had the jousting and stuff in it?
Well, it's the one where you could you'd go into the territories. It had a big map with 4 sections, and you had to get from here all the way around. Each section you went into, you had 5 or 6 different battles or things you had to do.
I have a computer. Let me look for a screenshot.
But the cool thing was you can control down to the individual army. So say you send archers, you can control the archers individually.
What was it called again?
Medieval Total War.
That had one fewer syllable at least.
What?
Total War is the series. But they're coming out with one called Total War Warhammer.
That's the first name.
It's their first fantasy one, and it looks delicious. You have so many sweet characters you can play. The gameplay they released this week was for a pretty high level battle, but it's 10 minutes, but it is definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, this is what we played after our 386s and Civilization. We moved to this and then to Counter-Strike. Yeah.
It was, I couldn't remember it, but Roger knew the series. As soon as I said you had the battlefield and you could send your phalanx units, and then you could control them. He's like, Total War. I was like,
yeah, because this was before Age of Empires.
Yeah.
It was the first one that we had like that.
Apparently they're still going strong, and this other one, watch the video. It's well,
I'm looking. Pretty. This one has there's a few of these I've seen on Steam. They have a Rome version.
Yeah, they have Rome. They have a few other ones. It's actually
I've seen these go on and on. I'm just can't beat the right one.
This one though is fantasy driven. So there's orcs, there's giants. It's going to be awesome.
I had to check out to see how our robot voice said medieval.
How does it say
it? Play it for us. Do it.
Just interrupting the show. Let's do this.
I don't care.
You might as well. Oh, you don't have it plugged in with the cable?
I can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Would everyone else be able to hear it?
Yes, but I got to do a lot of work.
Okay, well, you do that. So did you see the Deathpool trailer?
Oh, we're not going to try to do medieval over that. Yeah. Now you want to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
Just go with the mic.
Yeah.
Go with the mic.
I don't even know where the speaker is on my laptop. That's the sad part.
Send me the. Well, here, I'll do it.
Here, let me try it again.
Oh.
Done. Show's done.
No, it's not. Got to not.
And you just dropped the mic.
Mic drop.
Oh, great.
This is awesome.
Medieval.
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 But you were like medieval.
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 It's more evil.
I gotta fix my mic boom now.
Yeah. You hold on to that for dear life, and then
Medieval.
I'm on your mic. What's your beef?
Medieval.
Did you add any letters to it? I bet he just spelled it wrong.
No. I spell checked before I pasted it in there.
What? That's how you say it in Arabic.
Nice.
Did we just summon Damien? Put the cat down, Damien.
Oh, that's bad.
What was the thing from Child's Play where he's trying to take the soul out of the guy?
I don't know. I try to forget that movie every time I watch it so it can scare me the next time.
It's really?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It scares you?
If I make it, yeah. I can do really well at forgetting so much stuff. And then But yeah,
what kind of quiche?
No, that's in Dutch.
You gave Kyle a task, and you will regret this. Oh my goodness!
It's Around the World with Kyle. Medieval times.
So today, Mills is heading up for lunch, and he's like, "I hate traffic." I was already in lunch mode, so I'm pulling up Google Maps and it's where you at? And okay, there's no alternate route. So then I look at the traffic in Dallas, and then I compare it to Los Angeles. I was trying to find the city in America that had the most traffic. That's the kind of day I've had.
So it sounds like you accomplished absolutely nothing.
Actually, I got a lot.
And you wasted a lot of people's time.
That only took 15 minutes while I was waiting for him to show up for lunch. It's my lunch break. But it's been one of those days where I get on something and it's just do it weird.
Huh?
Why are you looking at the camera? Are you looking at them? Yep.
BeachOut.com.
Huh?
Oh, that's a good one.
Meech out our high.
I don't even know.
Give me the power I beg of you.
I think at this point it's Klingon or bust.
Google doesn't have Klingon.
Well,
But someone
sounds
else
like we
does.
need to start something. Start a movement.
Play it in German, record it, play it backwards. You're close to the Klingon. It's close enough.
Pretty much.
All right.
Have either of you heard of a show called Passengers, a movie coming out?
Sounds familiar, but it
No.
sounds like one of those things that I couldn't care about.
Well, it's a sci-fi movie. And it's going to star Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, which are both pretty big right now.
Yeah, they're kind of a big deal.
So with Lawrence Fishburne adding to that,
Fishburne and
Burn. It's just a sci-fi. I don't know the people that are making it.
syllable injection.
It's a space traveler who wakes up from cryosleep 90 years early and decides to rouse a fellow female traveler to keep him company.
Rouse. That's the word we chose in 2015 is to rouse.
Well, he's waking her up so that he's not bored. So I think rouse is appropriate. I think they just dropped the A and giggled a little bit when they wrote the article.
Yeah. So we're gonna rouse someone awake. Let's start checking the birth dates on all these pods. Hey, she's 11 years younger. Let's go that route. Yeah.
But apparently it's some dude that wrote Prometheus and Doctor Strange. So it's got some ties.
I heard Prometheus 2 is supposed to start filming soon.
Yeah, January.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to
I
that.
liked it. I like Prometheus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty
happy
good.
with it.
I've watched it a number of times. Those things are freaky looking though.
It was supposed to be a prequel for Alien.
I watched it once.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for your input.
Just saying.
Kyle's birthday, all subject, no predicate.
But I thought it was good, and I'm looking forward to the
Guaranteed
next
to never
one.
finish a thought of your money back.
Exactly. Something shiny.
I found Klingon.
I really want to play Charlie the Unicorn now,
Yeah.
just because.
Don't say it if you don't want it to happen.
Let's go back. Let's go all the way back to Strong Bad. Let's play some Strong Bad. What the email? But that to come back to you, story sounds good.
Well, I don't know much about the story except for the cryo freeze thing and rousing a female.
Rousing.
See, I'm just thinking of Demolition Man. Like that's the only thing that pops in my head. It's like
But-
Sandra Bullock and
Jennifer Lawrence, Chris
Hello.
Pratt, Lawrence Fishburne, and like
Lawrence Fishburne has a red pill and a blue pill.
right.
One of those pills wakes you up to reality, and you will figure out how to use the 3 seashells.
Exactly.
And Taco Bell's way different again.
Dude, talking about seashells, I have to jump slightly. There were some sound recordings released today from the studio that did Shrek.
Oh yeah, Farley.
Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek before
Yeah.
he passed.
what?
Yeah, and Mike Myers took the role. Obviously, the role had to change a little because of the accent and stuff like that. Their comedy's a little different.
Yeah,
but they
well-
released some of the footage of him doing voiceover before he passed.
Well, that was the
Yeah.
whole reason why Mike Myers did the accent, because Farley was going to play him straight. Farley was just going to be Farley as a big green monster.
Yeah.
And
Just a Dumbo kind of just.
yeah, and Mike Myers refused. Like he was like, I can't do it straight because like this character was built for him, so I got to do something different. So that's why he came up with the accent.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just noticed it today. I have to listen to it. I haven't listened yet, but Chris Farley was one of my favorites. So
Yeah.
Yep. He's one of mine too.
That documentary's supposed to come out soon. The Chris Farley thing.
yeah, not sure when, but
How have I not heard about
soon.
this? They're doing
Kyle on his birthday, not finishing thoughts, clicking like a madman.
Very nice.
This is pissing me off.
I know you're clicking aggressively.
So,
Aggressive.
do you know what Klingon is for medieval?
No, because I got things to do.
Medieval. Medieval.
That's not a different word. It's the same word.
Well, apparently we found the one word that's the same in English and Klingon.
I think it's just because Bing has Klingon as a translator. It doesn't
That's
actually work.
that's a Klingon that's in Office Space. That it's like an HR situation. You'll get fired if you mention the plate on his head.
Oh goodness.
Like you got a really like wrinkly forehead. Fired. HR.
Oh goodness. Kyle derailed us.
Would wonder if that would, if you had a Klingon cheese grater head, would that qualify?
Yes, you can get disability.
Would that be a disability?
You can get disability with
Like
that.
if you couldn't furrow your brow and express your
I think we just said that all Klingons are disabled.
Oh, wow.
We just lost probably 12 of the people that were listening now because they're all probably going to be Star Trek fans.
Oh, come on. Go back. Okay, go back in all things in life. Go back to the 8-year-old version of you and tell me you wouldn't point and laugh your ass off at a Klingon if you saw him in school.
Oh, yeah. I'd still laugh. Like, yeah. That's
For real.
not pretty.
I want to just dress up as a Klingon and just go around
gonna
schools.
How do you play dodgeball with a Klingon if you hit him in the head, it deflates the ball? Okay?
No headshots.
No headshots.
No headshots.
He's gonna friggin' rhinoceros your friggin' kickball and take you out for the entire year. Just fielding balls with his giant spiny forehead.
Did a Klingon cosplay hurt you?
What did they do to you, Chad? Tell me what they did.
I'm just saying. If you're offended by that, really think of all the wrong that a Klingon could do coming up in the world.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. Now that sounds like a great miniseries of just like a Klingon
Just
and a
8-year-old.
Get an apartment together. It's like Teal'c's great-grandson and Worf's great-grandson would just meet each other in like in New York, like, hey, bro, want to get a loft? And boom,
Or
lifelong friends.
Now, Chad, Harold, show me on the doll where the Klingon touched you.
Or Harold and Kapla go to White Castle.
Nice. Oh, the one about Guantanamo Bay was on TV the other day. I watched it.
Yeah, like
That was the worst one.
The Klingon
Yeah.
gets Harold wasted face on blood wine.
Yeah. I did like Neil Patrick Harris's role in part one.
Yes, definitely.
He made a lot of that movie.
Yeah.
He's the man. He plays the man.
He's dreamy. I felt that's where you were going to go for a second. Like, are you going to say Neil Patrick Harris is dreamy?
Well, this dude was a doctor when he was like 13 years old. And then, like, he starts stealing people's cars and doing things he shouldn't do off strippers' places, over the sunroof in a car. Like,
Oh, yeah, for sure. To this day, when I write, I always start a sentence, pause, look into the distance, and then come back and finish my thought.
that's funny because I watch MasterChef, the cooking show, and Graham Elliott.
And there's the Doogie Howser theme song in my head. Thank you very much.
But every time he tastes someone's food, he just kind of. And then his head turns and he tells you what he thinks. I think I want to tweet him now and ask if he was a fan.
Fan of Doogie Howser?
Fan of Doogie Howser when he was young. Oh, I wish I could make
Is that how you analyze your flavor palette? You look in the distance and just see a blue screen of white text? Flavor profile, uploading.
Oh, this could be fun. This could be a lot of fun.
There you
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Feel it. That's how you know TV was starting.
Yeah. It gave you time to like finish washing that dish or grabbing a snack and get in there.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, nowadays with TV shows, like their cold open goes for 18 minutes.
Yeah.
And then theme music. See,
and the show's a 23-minute long show. So when you get back from commercials, they're like, and then it's over.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
See,
That's
we
why I
give
watch
you
recorded
value.
ones.
We give you the theme music up top. We give you the intro up top. You know what you're getting into. We may not introduce ourselves until 18 minutes in, but you still know what you're getting into.
This is Kyle.
Right? That's what we should do, just randomly throughout. Third Coast Nerds. This is Neil.
Check us out on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. Like plug left and right. Yeah. On the Twitters.
Popped in my head. Worst comment to that ever. Be like, yeah, like an electrician.
Yeah, shouldn't have shared that one.
That was hilarious in my head.
It wasn't out loud. I gave you a giggle because it's your birthday.
We've been doing cheesy jokes for the last couple of days. Like, why does the mouse keep eating oil?
Oh, wow.
I love it.
So
Keep squeaking.
He didn't even let you. He's like, you know what? They're about to derail me, and I am derailing everyone else today.
Congratulations for the first thought you've completed in the show.
We're 35 minutes in. That's the best you can do. Oh my goodness, it's so bad.
You're gonna be an old senile man going, "Squeaky mouse gets the oil. Squeaky mouse gets the oil."
Oh my goodness.
The artist formerly known as Mouse Cop.
Oh goodness. So where'd you go last night?
I went to.
He's
How
just
could you sound any more like a parent when you asked that question?
right. Excuse me, mister. Came in awfully late.
A little bit.
I saw your roommate posted on the Facebooks.
Yes, we went and saw Ant-Man.
Finally. Yeah. Oh my goodness, finally.
Now I had to see Jurassic World.
You haven't seen that yet?
No.
Oh my God. He's not my brother.
I haven't seen Jurassic World yet.
I don't even know you. There is a perfectly good Blu-ray copy of that available to anyone who wants it.
Welcome to the Third Coast
interwebs.
Nerds podcast. My name is Chad. Because Neil just started listening. And he said he didn't know me.
Nope.
This is Kyle.
But yeah, dude, Jurassic World's good. I've seen
Squeaky
it like 9
Mouse
times
gets the grease.
already.
It's on.
It's on my
on
Plex.
Neoflix.
Yeah, it's there.
All right, maybe I'll watch it tonight.
It is. It's pretty much Blu-ray copy with very minimal subtitles. So it is, and it's a good movie. Like,
Well, this weekend I should have time, and I'm probably not getting off the couch on Saturday morning, so that might be when I watch it.
did you record Clutch City 1 and 2?
Dude,
I had a feeling it was going to be on your Plex because I don't have TV.
So wait, what do you mean 1 and 2?
They did Clutch City 1, which
comes
is the
before 2.
Sports Illustrated one that covers the first championship. Then they did a Clutch City 2, which covered the second year when we had Drexler.
It comes after
Okay,
one.
so they just ran the whole thing as
They
one
ran,
show.
yeah, they ran-
Because I was like getting concerned now that I missed a part.
Did you watch the third
Kind of
part?
like that podcast
I haven't-
we did, part
there's the
1
third
and
part?
part 2.
Well, yeah, those are the old ones, and then there was a new one, the one that you missed a month or so ago that we talked about.
I DVR whatever they ran last night. So
Yeah,
my
they
power.
ran 4 things that were Rockets related. The very first one was the newest Clutch City video that just came out this year. Then there was the Kermit Washington story with Rudy.
Yeah.
And then Clutch Fans 1 and 2. And then they played Clutch Fans, the new one after that.
Because it was all titled the same.
Yeah, they were different.
Okay, then
There should have been 3 Clutch Fans things for you to watch.
all it said was Clutch City.
Yeah. Well, Clutch City, not Clutch Fans. That's the
I saw,
message board.
yeah, because I saw the
Clutch
saw
City.
the intro to it, remembering Clutch City or whatever, where he was interviewing Robert Horry,
Yeah.
and then they ran it the first time. I got up to the Clyde era, and then my power flickered briefly, which meant my
Box rebooted.
horrible DirecTV DVR was out of commission for like 15 minutes.
Oh, that's the same thing with AT&T.
Yeah,
You want to complain about Comcast so we can get everyone in here? Or?
They made my internet a lot faster, and I don't use their TV service. So, yeah, I used to hate them.
Nice.
But
How's their customer service going these days?
I don't have to talk to them. I'm smarter than
Nice.
them, so I fix it before I call.
yeah. I get home, my internet service.
Uver, screw them. 'Cause you try to upgrade, and they cancel you. So someone shows up at your door going, you want service with us? No, I've had service for 7 years. Why are you here? Oh, to set up the stuff. I have a router. Go away. Make my line faster. All right, rant off.
At least he finished his thought this time.
Yeah, I got you coming up. I guess.
But rant off is really weak after you drop the mic. I mean, come on.
You mean to throw it across the room? Like,
I just see him throwing it and it coming right back and hitting him in the face.
I would disconnect. I didn't sound long enough.
if you Rygar it,
Right, exactly.
just Rygar it.
Speaking of Rygar,
Really?
yeah, no, you know the tall dude from True Blood?
No.
Do you know the tall dude from True Blood? Eric, the blonde vampire.
Yes.
His dad is the guy in the Captain America or Avengers, where I think it's Avengers. No, it's Thor, the Thor movie. I like the sound
someone
effect.
at
That's
the
great.
door.
The Thor movie, the dude that had that run the professor that is wearing underwear when Thor shows up at his house.
Okay.
Like that's Eric's dad. Floki from Vikings is his brother.
I heard Floki, and,
Yeah.
and now I really want to hear Loki bust a rhyme.
Floki, dude.
Floki.
If you haven't watched Vikings, watch it. It's good. But apparently,
Are there rapping demigods?
No,
There's not.
He has 7 kids, and all of them are actors. Like, I didn't know this until the internet told me like 2 days ago. So I thought it was kind of cool.
7?
The dude that was from the Thor movies, the professor.
Dude, fellow McUnderwear-Stein, okay.
Yeah, like he has 7 kids that are all actors. And one of them was the star of True Blood, pretty much. And then the other one is one of the main characters of Vikings. And I'm supposed to know a couple of the others, but I don't.
I found Loki busting a rhyme.
So yeah, but it was just weird. Like that guy had a lot of kids.
He's versus Bane.
I certainly don't care about anything Neil just said. Like, Eddie had so much heart, and now I just want to hear there's a rap battle between Loki and Bane.
Yeah. Thanks for supporting me there, Chad.
Like, no, that was immediately better. That was immediately just the idea of it. Yeah.
So you can do it, or
No, it's probably like 6 minutes long.
So
So
a minute and 49 seconds.
minute for it, play it. I don't care.
we can talk over it. Don't matter.
We talk over it.
We talk over Kyle anyway.
Red Pill. Loki. Versus Bane. Begin. Kneel before me, for I'm Loki of Asgard. About to rip up this Mortal Kombat reject real hard. You sound like Sean Connery talking through a megaphone. With that crab on your face, then squash all of your bones. It took a team of 6 to stop my world domination plan. Got taken out by Christina. Oh, how sad. Let's see your mercenary army take on the power of the Tesseract. Talia was having fun last night playing around with my staff.
That was a rhyme with Tesseract.
When I finish this trip, because I'm about to go to a back just like a Tesseract.
I'll translate Bane's parts. I'm gonna break my mic again.
Right? Drop it. Yeah, that was probably good enough.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah, it was funny. All right.
I didn't think they were going to get Tesseract in there. I really didn't. They did good on that.
All right.
Wow, that's
Let's find a better one.
Oh, hi. How you doing? How you doing? People
Welcome.
out there.
This is Neil. Yep.
Seamless segue.
You know, we're just going to start over.
Seamless.
We're going to keep start over until we get it right.
The segues are seamless. Irma Gerd.
Oh, there was a Segway army around my building earlier today.
Army.
Segway Army.
I was smoking a cigarette across the street, and like before I look around, and there are like 30 Segways surrounding me.
Was it like Road Rash where they had like little weapons?
No, it wasn't that cool.
That is the Red Dawn remake we deserve. The North Koreans are dropping from the sky and they all have segways.
That would be pretty.
And chains.
Segways and chains.
Road Rash.
You want Soundgarden playing in the background?
Yes.
I feel like that should be like a little Wayne intro to a song. Segways and chains. Segways, Segways.
Oh, I'm glad you do not make the hip hop. Oh my goodness!
Not that bad compared to what's out there.
Yeah, I could understand you. I couldn't understand Bane.
How did Bane go again?
Oh no!
You laugh now.
All right, we do have a correction or a change from last week.
Ooh. Do we?
Tatum is back in as Gambit.
Oh, that's like a page 16 thing. No one really cares about it.
Yeah, but we said bad things. We said bad things, and we had to fix it.
It's
Yeah, no one cares. But now apparently he's in.
I'm surprised they're not gonna try to rush and like film a segment to shoehorn him in a Deadpool.
I'm actually looking forward to Deadpool now.
Yes, I am.
I think like 3 episodes I said he was a stupid Spider-Man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You badmouthed the Deadpool.
Oh, I'm still on the fence, but it has every time I remember Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, I think of Blake Lively, and that makes me smile.
Doogie Howser minute.
Right? And the way you're holding your mic stand looks like you're looking at your watch, like you're timing something too. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I did see a picture.
Because we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. I saw a picture of Deadpool and Spidey. It was
Oh, yeah?
cosplayers, and it was actually done really well. and it was one of those memes that has like the words below it and then people commenting on the words.
Yeah.
So
And-
like a meme.
No, not the one with like the words on the picture, but the
Merriam-Webster's
conversation under it.
Definition of a meme is a picture.
It's different
with
This is
words
the-
on it.
This is the comment under
And
the
you can
picture.
change
not
the
on
words
the
on it.
picture. Okay, whatever. I'll show you examples later. So they did a conversation between Spidey and Deadpool, and Deadpool goes, "Spidey, what'd you get for number 4?" And Spidey replies, "Shut up! I don't want to get in trouble." And Deadpool replies, "I got Waterloo." And Spidey replies, "It's a fucking math test." So then someone comments under that and he goes, "Is no one going to point out that Deadpool's writing with scissors?" And you look at the picture of the two cosplayers sitting at school in desks, and Spidey's sitting there writing with a pencil, and Deadpool's holding like the giant with the giant blue handles like this, just like stabbing the desk. The best meme I've seen all week.
Thanks for that.
Complete thought. Done.
He better be glad it's his birthday. My birthday's next month. You better get ready. Oh, goodness.
I wasted the good intro on you.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just derailed Deadpool twice
Yeah.
for something you love so much.
Trolling. I had one wish today, and it's coming true.
I'm looking forward to it, though. I think it has some potential. The fact that he cares about it so much, that he's been wanting to do it for so long, helps.
Yeah. Well, just about every movie that gets made, because the guys go away and do it, like they start it.
Yeah.
Like just like when Robert Rodriguez sold Sin City, like when he filmed that scene, did it on his own. The same thing with this. Like they had that entire that car sequence. All that was done, and that's what sold the movie.
Yeah. Little advertising.
Well, actually, it leaking and going viral sold the movie.
Yeah, they talked about that on the Conan last night. Conan was MA, so they had a lot more fun than usual. But Ryan Reynolds was on. He actually got to keep one of the costumes for Deadpool from the movie, so he has his own that fits him very well. Like it's technically made for him, so it's perfect. But
yeah, that's every night at the home. Baby, hey babe, we're doing Deadpool again tonight. We're doing that.
Well, just seeing it in real life, which in real life versus the comics. The comic books were very, very, I don't know, they seemed a little cheesy to me with his character.
Kind of
but
like cartoony.
To get across, cartoony, to get across his story and the way he is, I guess you kind of need that. I only have to hear it in a movie. I don't have to see it because the costume looks pretty badass. So I'm gonna give it a college try.
I don't understand what the gripe is about the comic book.
It just looks childish to me.
It's a comic book.
Thank you.
That's
what I tried to say earlier.
More childish than normal comic books. Like most of the comic books I like are a lot of the IDW stuff. I like all the magic stuff, all the Forgotten Realms, all the fantasy driven, more so than anything else.
Yeah, so. I think it's hilarious that for one, on a pretty broad spectrum of the market, like they really marketed Deadpool hard, or they didn't really market it at all. It just sort of happened. But,
they got leaked, and then people started talking about it.
Well, not the movie, but like to kids.
Oh, really?
Because like the number of like sub 14-year-old Deadpools you see on Kids Day at any Comic-Con is remarkable, and the fact that they put Deadpool in one of the Spider-Man cartoons and have this sort of like clean version of Deadpool, I don't have any gripes about it, because like, look, if your kid does something crazy based on what a comic book influences him to do, you're a bad parent.
Yeah.
You're just a horrible parent.
A lot of those kids are wearing a Deadpool.
Or your gene pool is whack, and it was going to happen anyway.
The only reason they're wearing a Deadpool costume is because when they went to get Spider-Man, there weren't any more.
Maybe, but I don't see that many Spider-Man.
Not anymore.
I saw a lot more Deadpools.
I think Tobey Maguire just killed Spider-Man for kids.
Dude, emo haircut with the friggin' two dance sequences in Spider-Man 3.
Like that entire comic book, in the little like word boxes, it would just say QQ every single time. He'd be crying. That's what I get from him. And the last kid that did it, the Amazing Spider-Man, I liked him, but he all got emo and doesn't want to do movies or something anymore.
Well, the emails leaked from Sony.
Oh yeah, that they hated him. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, you could have been in a Marvel movie. You know. People talk shit about your back all the time.
All it's going to be is like this is, I think, movies now are like the ultimate role playing game where they just roll a 20-sided die and they're like, oh, we'll reboot it again. We'll just reboot it again. Why not
reboots?
I'm waiting for the next Batman. Original. I'm waiting for the next Batman reboot where they bring Michael Keaton back.
Oh no! I think it should be Michael.
He's
Keaton.
Going to be Alfred.
You know who Robin should be? Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, Robin.
He seems like a good sidekick.
Then Matt Damon should be Batman.
Why not? I saw his name on something when I was reading.
There's that new Mars movie that he's doing that looks really good.
Yeah, I just saw him pop up on my feed, but I may have saved it.
Let's find out.
Obligatory Matt Damon.
I always like Matt Damon more.
The Martian,
because he seems smarter.
Yeah, The Martian. Ridley Scott directing that one.
Holy shit, he's older than I thought.
But it threw me off because like between the poster and the lead and the supporting actress or whatever, I was like, it just feels like it should be a sequel to Interstellar somehow, or like an alternate universe where like Matthew McConaughey drops a seed in another universe and he's like, in this one, spoiler, in this one Matt Damon doesn't try to kill me and somehow gets with my daughter. We don't know how it works out, but yeah, Jessica Chastain's in the movie. It's Matt Damon as the lead. They go to Mars and hilarity ensues, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think he's good for space.
I don't know. I mean, in Interstellar, he was
he was a big surprise in that movie.
Yeah, but that's what I liked.
That made me not like him.
Done before.
But that was the turn. There were so many turns in that movie where the thing opens up and all of a sudden I'm like, freaking Matt Damon's in this? Because they kept a lot of stuff a secret. They kept a lot of the casting a secret, and I didn't realize that he was going to be. So the freaking space pod opens up, and Matt Damon immediately starts crying. And I'm like,
I knew it was him as soon as he started crying too. I think they should have sold posters for that movie. It was just him crying. Yeah. It'd be great.
Then all of a sudden Tara starts talking like Robin Williams.
That movie sucks you in though, dude. Like, I know what happens, but I've only seen it happen 3 times. So every time it's on TV, I'm like Dane's house whenever we were there last. Like
that was the second time I watched it.
I wanted to go home, but this really slow movie somehow like put me in a trance.
I loved it. I loved it.
M. Night Shyamalan's on.
Well, like, yeah, that made it okay, but they could have cut out like 2.5 hours of that movie, and it still would have been good.
Yeah, like the movie ended at least 9 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, okay, and now good. Like, now we're good. Just stop. Just stop.
As long as they're not putting credits every time, like that, they could have really messed with you. It's like you thought it ends credits.
Welcome to Third Coast Nerds Podcast. My name is Chad.
No, but they could have made 3 movies with that much footage. They could have been a trilogy, and like we'd have still been waiting who Matt Damon was. Like Matt Damon don't show up till number 2. Like, yeah, like,
and the fight lasts till the middle of 3.
They're in space. A punch takes 45 seconds. You got to do it right.
No, horrible trilogy.
It would be, but I mean that.
I want a Spaceballs that takes advantage of so many of those things. Like it just does like the Marvel movie where it's implanted in the background because look, we're dealing with like weird time frames. You know, the whole theory of relativity. Ishmael, Shmamador, Libsyn, the theory of relativity, relativity.
Libsyn.
About to go medieval on you.
Hi, this is Kyle.
All words today brought to you by Don King. So in the background, you just see like a very young Matty Damon, and he just slaps like they're talking about space and like how the time is 45 seconds here, and it's like 50 months here, whatever like that. And all of a sudden in the background, you see him slap the paper, and they just start talking about apples, but it's not related, and then it just comes back around full circle. Right?
Matty Damon.
Yeah.
Matty Damon.
Or, you know, the apple, he could throw the apple from the pod. and then like cryo.
And it does the whole like baby bubble thing from like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Maybe that could happen. But
and monkeys are gathered around the Washington Monument, and it does the whole like, we're inventing movies again, son.
This is Kyle.
This is Kyle.
I'm not telling my name anymore. I hope people forget me.
But I would, yeah, they should let me make movies.
They should not let you make movies. I think you're made for the stage. I think Broadway's where you should be.
Broadway.
Yes, high class.
Yeah, I'm going to do that voice. I'm going to do that voice. I'm going to do Broadway theater.
The rest of the podcast, do the voice.
No, please no. Don't do it.
Welcome to the Third Coast Nerds podcast. My name is Chad.
Still not going to say my name.
His name is Neil.
Nope.
Schmabbin' mama door.
Wow.
Yes.
You know what just popped in my head?
I hope.
You hope?
Tell me.
It was Space Jam.
Space Jam?
Space Jam.
Yes.
You sounded like the Martian from Space Jam.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron's James.
I'm hoping.
To do Space Jam.
Well, there was someone else that was supposed to be attached to that too. Like I forget, not just LeBron, but
It seems like it happens when the world forgets about Bugs Bunny, and all of a sudden they got to make a Space Jam.
They've only made one.
Yeah, I know, but the world had forgotten about Bugs Bunny, so it's about time.
all that, and they can bring Jordan back for a little bit.
Jordan play a B-roll.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen.
Well, Dikembe Mutombo and Akeem Olajuwon played a B-roll in the World versus Africa game this week. They actually checked in and played a few minutes each.
Yeah, I know. I saw the video of it.
It was pretty cool.
I loved
and then they played like Rockets crap for 3 days. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should get TV.
You should get TV.
I haven't even been home enough to watch it if it was on and I had it.
Oh, but you can DVR things from work.
Actually, I have TV now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Because I had to move the box because someone put it on top of my receiver and it makes it hot.
Good to know.
But I don't have a DVR because they want to charge me $10 a month for something I'm never going to use. So I said, screw it. I'll get it off Neil's.
I want to go work for Comcast now, so I can write a training manual that says "move it like it's hot."
Wow. Move it like it's hot.
It had to be submitted with the cable electrode evening out lasso thing we had.
Thanks for that too.
Yeah.
That your little lasso move couples very well with "It's Your Birthday." Gonna lasso cables like it's your birthday.
No, I had to tell that story.
Gonna put a modem in a freezer like it's your birthday.
A modem in the freezer.
That was before your time. That was before your time.
You had people putting modems in freezers.
Dude, I'm gonna drop dimes on AT&T right now. So back in the day, we this was actually
AT&T just took us down.
free world. I go acapella.
Hack the planet. Hack the planet.
Hack the planet. But in one of the early training manuals for support for that product, one of the modems that we had, they installed the fan backwards. Like the first modem that we had.
Well, it probably wasn't their fault. AT&T didn't build them.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Probably 2-wire.
It was
before 2-wire.
I think it was the Alcatel. One of the Alcatels.
I thought it was before the speed streams.
Yeah.
This was before the Stingray.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, anyone who's up to date on their 2002 to 2005 DSL modems know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, tune into the next episode. We're going to go way back because I've already got the theme music. But yeah, they installed the fan upside down, and in the actual 2-week training to put you on the phones to get you ready to face the world and tell people how to fix things, the instructions on how to fix that modem, if it couldn't connect or had some issues with it, have the customer put their hand on it. Step 2, is it hot? Step 2A, if so, unplug all the cables, take the modem, put it in a plastic bag, put that hoe in the freezer.
Really? No way. I worked
Straight
there.
up.
I must have not even noticed that.
Straight up put by the time that you started, did they also get rid of the lasso cable roll?
No, because that was put in after he left.
Yeah, I worked.
No, that was very early on.
Well, I worked compact.
on the support site. And
Very quickly, Derek and I rewrote the training manual. We're like, yeah, we're not lassoing cables.
I worked compact for a little bit, and then I came back after a year and a half.
This would have been 2002, maybe early 2003.
That's about then, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as if putting a modem in the freezer for half an hour wasn't ridiculous enough. Another one of the things was to unplug the phone cable, grab it by both ends, and whiff it around your head.
I remember that.
That's what I was just talking about, because we submitted one for the Ethernet cable for the speed stream, and in 2005 it was on the AFSS again. Because I walked and I had a card up, and I walked over and they're like, I just had them swing it over their head and it's not working, and I'm just like,
yeah, this works. Yeah, the explanation was like, it's going to dissipate static.
Ours was it evened out the electrodes.
Yeah, like the explanation.
The electrodes are uneven.
Yeah,
lasso your dog with your network cable.
Yeah,
and those electrodes lying right back up.
And like, it wasn't long after I started working there that they stopped testing people when they came to work at the company. And like I'm looking around the room like we all passed a test that was like pretty technical, and you're telling me to whiff a cable around my head.
My test was 120% customer service only.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I didn't have a technical test.
The only test that we ever took was technical.
Yeah, see, by the time I got there, or if, I don't know, were you there before me, I think?
Oh, yeah. I started February 2002.
He got to hell way before.
Okay, so I was there before you I was with Compact instead of SPC, and then I left that account and then came back after they opened. You had already come.
When did you start working there?
My first time was in 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Neat.
I worked at FlexNet for a year and a half or so, and then I did part-time, and then I didn't like the manager because he was a douche, and I wasn't giving him free movies like other people were.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
No.
I just know like he had a limp and he worked overnights.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah. So I went back to FlexNet, and then when they opened the new account, I went to that one. So.
Huh. Yeah. Well, there you go. History.
Yeah, history. The Verge. It looks like a compound now.
It's all a data compound.
Yeah, it's all data centers.
Yeah, like it looks like the president couldn't get in there if he wanted to.
Yeah, because they built like a whole 18-foot fence around it and everything else.
Like you can't even like paratroop down from the freeway anymore.
Well, that's a major node. Like that's one of the hops along the backbone now.
Yeah. Well, Level 3's had it as a part of their backbone for years.
Yeah.
So.
That place used to be a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like I actually remember going to see movies there.
Really?
Yeah.
Which part of it?
The Level 3 building.
That corner.
The one like that Converge was here, and then Level 3 is here. That one?
Yeah.
That end.
That was a movie theater.
That actually was a pretty
that was a serious
strip center.
Yeah, that was a serious. Yeah, there was a.
I was too young
back in the day. Sound Warehouse.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was like a wee youngin', 7 years old, renting Bigfoot movies on VHS. Bigfoot, the truck, not the Sasquatch.
No, it's Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
The Sasquatch sounds so much better.
Yeah,
like you've been for years. You've been like this for
years,
watching Bigfoot movies, conspiracy theories. Like when I was 9.
I'm not saying it was aliens. It was probably aliens.
It's probably aliens.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a Sound Warehouse in there, which was sort of like the alternative to what was the other? Was it like Sam Goody or something like that, where they had like music and
there was Sam
stuff.
Goody.
There was a Blockbuster in there. When my mom and I lived in an apartment down Greens Road, we used to go there, rent movies. There was a Children's Castle.
Yeah,
toy
I remember
store. That toy store was legit, man. Yeah. Toys R Us was starting to fall off, and Children's Castle came along and gave you a place to go.
Well, that was before Greenspoint Mall had a cooler, more attractive cousin in the Woodlands, because everyone would go down to Greenspoint from the north side, and it had that little place across.
Yeah, I still remember walking out. That's to this day. That's the reason why I have the poster hanging on my wall for Batman Returns, the misprint. Coming out, I can't remember what movie we saw. My cousin and I went to go see some movie, and we walked out just as they put the poster in for Batman Returns. And yeah, I had to hunt down that poster because it was legit, man. It said the bird, the bat, and the cat.
Nice.
And then they changed it to the bat, the cat, and the penguin because they had to reprint them because of the date. And apparently, the bird, the bat, and the cat. People were like, "What you talking about? The bird, the bat? I don't know what you're talking about." Like anyone that knows Batman knows immediately who those characters are.
Oh yeah.
Because the bat's kind of obvious, right?
That's Robin, right?
Yeah, but like, yeah, I get it may have been because the bird. The bird. They're like, Robin's going to be in this one. Like, no, it's not. No.
I had a Joe's Apartment poster.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It's a lot less cool, but it said MTV on it. So
my other poster is Howard the Duck.
Oh yeah, is he riding a Lamborghini?
No, it's the one where he's in the egg and all the egg is cracked and the cigar is sticking out.
Yeah. Makes me want to watch Jurassic Park again tonight.
That would be the best crossover ever. Where they're talking about Jurassic Duck. Well, at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, that kind of looked like a Jurassic Duck.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like that didn't look like the Howard Duck I knew.
He'd been through some shit. Definitely.
He's like,
what do you think Benicio del Toro did to him in that little room?
He's like, quack. Dude, I've done seen things. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
It seems like you're running out of steam, sir.
Oh yeah?
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be. It's 10.
It is 10.
I need to go to the bar.
You need to go to the bar and get your birthday on.
Oh, if that's the case, I'm good for another hour. What, 4 hours?
I'll take a break. I got beer downstairs.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right.
But now we should schedule a time soon for Ant-Man since we've all seen it.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely. I got to pick. I got a bone to pick.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Write it down so you can complete your thought next time.
I got it. Try here.
But yeah, we can do our Ant-Man one. We waited a while for someone to watch it.
Yeah. Well,
y'all could have done it without me. I was like, I'll get to it. I'm busy.
We want to give you the opportunity to troll us.
Yeah, we want to give you the opportunity to completely sidetrack any hate that Neil's going to throw on it. And, any other things I might goof off about.
Yeah.
So you can just chime in around Peter.
So there's this meme.
It's a picture with words on it. So yes, thanks for listening.
What if all pictures had words on them? Then all pictures would be memes.
Ooh.
Jaden thought.
You should tweet him that. Tell him he can have it for like $7.
I want to break him. What are you going to do now?
Thanks again, Kyle.
Really?
Oh my goodness. I'm done. I'm going to drop the mic.
That's how easy it is.
It's too tight.
You can't drop them.
Jade, most trees are blue.
Most trees are... That's what you waited so long for?
No, the other one sucked worse than that. Turn that music up. Let's get out of here.